Hey, Alyssa, if you don't mind, talk a little bit about signing. I know this is rather unusual for you and all the other senior athletes where you don't get that opportunity to have a signing party and do some of those things officially. How has all of this kind of felt over the last few weeks with not being in school and not playing tennis for your senior season?
It's definitely been different for sure. I've it's been weird because I've never seen anything like this from my whole life. I mean, like school, it's different obviously because I it's online and it's so weird, I guess. And tennis, it was my last season, so I mean
Yeah.
it's definitely been hard for sure. Like I could have gotten to play one last time with all my teammates and everything. It's been
I
hard.
was going to ask you, is that kind of sunk in a little bit? I mean, for most of us, in fact, all the people I know, when we played sports in our senior year, it was a special time. Have you talked to some of the other seniors, even if they're not playing tennis, and just talk about how this is something that's so unprecedented that it's just kind of hard to put into words?
Yeah, definitely. I when I first found out school got canceled, which meant I couldn't have a senior season, I definitely was so upset about it. I think it hurt a lot because I couldn't have my last season with not only my coach and my uncle, but with my best friend whom I've played tennis with since freshman year.
Yeah.
It's been so hard to put into words for sure.
And you mentioned too that you're not able to play right now. At least you were there for a few moments. You could get to Earlham, but everything's closed down. I didn't don't even know if Glenn Miller's open. So are you able to do anything right now at all?
Not really, since they took the nets down at Glen Miller actually, so I can't go there. Earlham locked their courts as well. I the only thing I typically do is I can go downstairs and hit off like volley off the wall, or I'll go outside and volley with my brother, but I can't really do much else.
Yeah. And you've already signed. I want to talk about that in a couple of moments. So that part's taken care of. But it has to kind of hurt your game a little bit knowing that you can't do what you want to do, especially in such a critical time right now as you had to go play college. And I know everybody else is in the same boat pretty much as well, but that's got to certainly put your game behind a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. I've been emailing the coach back and forth since I can't come in personal contact with him or anything. And he sent me over the letter of intent, and it was definitely weird because I had to sign it from home and I couldn't sign it at school or with my teammates or whatever. So it's a weird time for sure.
Yeah. Hey, why IU East? And, the Hollingsworth name has been so synonymous with tennis for so many years. I'm probably, maybe you can answer this question. You had other offers or you wanted to stay closer to home or why go to IU East?
I wanted to go to IU just because I wasn't ready to leave home, and my brother's also on the tennis team, so I also wanted to be able to watch him a little bit too as well. And I'd heard really good things about the tennis program over there, so I thought if I stayed here and I tried to play tennis there, it'd be good, and I wouldn't have to pay an apartment fee. I could just live at home.
You bet. Yeah. So a lot of factors into your decision, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I've known their coach for a long time, and he's a great guy. Does a great job with both programs. Adam, my son, played for him as well. They've kind of established themselves as a very good tennis program. Talk about that. Was that kind of a lure too, knowing that they've been able to do something in a short amount of time? Because this program hasn't been around for very long.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't really know much about IU East tennis. My dad had talked to me about it, and of course my uncle talked to my dad about it, so he kind of like told me about it. And I hit with IU East's coach Erskine last summer, I believe, and he was super nice to me and everything. And their assistant coach Jacob, I don't remember his last name, but he was super nice to me. He knew who I was, and he was really nice to talk to throughout all of this as well.
What have they told you what their expectations are for you coming into the program as a freshman, or have you even gotten to that point yet?
No, they haven't said much. He just sent over my letter of intent, and he just kind of went from there. He hasn't really said anything about expectations. The only thing he's actually like told me is he wants me to meet the team whenever all of this is over, and that's about all I've got from him.
Well, you're not playing right now, but you're probably training in some way, right? And just to try to stay into shape. I guess you have to be kind of innovative to do some workouts. What are you trying to do right now?
Um, a lot of the times it's me and my brother at home alone. We typically go run outside around our block. And we have a ladder at home that we do.
Hmm.
So we typically try and do that at least a few times a day. And so that way I'm not out of shape when I go play.
This when this is over and hopefully soon, summertime will be here. So you're going to have a little bit of time where school would generally go up until beginning of June. And then it seems like you're right into it. In some ways, despite missing your senior season and such, could this be kind of a blessing in disguise, knowing that now you can mentally and get yourself ready, or is that kind of a weird way to look at it?
Yeah, so it's kind of a blessing, honestly, but like I wasn't obviously ready to be done with school this early as well. And I know they talked about graduation. They don't know what that's going to look like as well, or even prom at this point. So, I mean, I'm kind of glad that I'll be done with school, but then again, I missed out on the best few months of my senior year.
Yeah. Are you getting bored? I mean, is it something that now you're like, gee, what do we do today?
Yeah, I get bored all the time. I actually remodeling my room right now, so that's something to do, I guess.
You sound like everybody else. That's why Menards is so full. Everybody's redecorating and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what does your dad say? I've talked to your dad quite a bit when I see him, and I'm sure he's excited to have you home as well. And then, of course, the entire family. You talked about getting a chance to see your brother and such, but now they get a chance to watch you even more.
Yeah, he said that he's extremely proud of me, and he said that he would also come watch as well, as long as it's not too far away and it's not on the same day as my brother plays as well. So it'll be different.
Yeah, by the way, you probably know that in the conference they play in, they do travel some distances. That's something I know the NCC does it as well, but this might be a little bit different. Are you ready for that set as well of just going farther distances?
Yeah, it'll be different, especially from high school, because I think the furthest we traveled was for NCC, which was Lafayette. To Purdue, and I'm pretty sure Mackenzie Cook, who also played with me, told me that they traveled to Kentucky one time, which it'll be different for sure.
Yeah. Hey, if I may, a couple last things is the collegiate game. It's so much different than high school, and you've probably heard that before. How do you prepare yourself now to be somebody who's going to be more independent, though you'll be staying at home, and that's certainly a plus, but now you're in college and people expect things a little bit differently now. And the players are bigger and stronger and faster and all that. You think about that a little bit, knowing that you're really going to have to take your game to another level?
Yeah, I do. I've worked with two people over this winter just to get ready for high school and college as well. And then I've tried to go to a club in Ohio to get better as well. And this summer, as long as Randy's camp doesn't get canceled, I'll probably do that as well. And then continue to hit with these other two people as well.
Good. Well, listen, congratulations. I am, like so many people, sorry that your senior season ended the way it did or didn't really begin. And it's kind of a strange time, but it sounds like to me your attitude's really good and you're looking forward now to the future and moving to the next level. So congratulations on the signing and good luck in the future, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.